Good morning, everyone. I thought I would record my morning practice just so you get a feel what it's like when you join in on one of these Thursday mornings. So we start at 7 and it normally goes till about 8. Sometimes a touch over, something like that. We go with the flow. So I ask everyone if they want to have a candle and their journal and something to drink. Cuppa, it's a good time of the day for a cuppa, or just water's fine too. So we begin by lighting a candle together. When the matches work. Honoring the bees. Have allowed us to have these beautiful beeswax candles. The light is so golden. And then to honor this time together and this time for self with our daily practice, I like to do some smudging with white sage and a beautiful abalone shell, honoring the water element as well. We could also say that we're honoring 3 elements right now: air, water, and the plant world. Some of us say wood. Of course, fire. Sage clears the space, clears ourselves of anything that no longer serves us on all levels: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and anything else. What no longer serves us. And sometimes we don't even have to figure it out. We just let it go. Trust. White sage used in many cultures around the world. And now I would like to read to you a morning prayer that comes from the Lakota Sioux. I was actually raised in North Dakota, and unfortunately, like many places in the world, the connection between us immigrants and the indigenous people was not honored and encouraged. So I had no connections with any indigenous people, really. And then I left North Dakota, traveled, met Kim, married, moved to Australia. And many, many, many years later, I always had an affinity with the Native Americans. People say I look Native American, I have high cheekbones. And I've definitely had many experiences of connecting with their spirit, their energy. And I honor that connection, honor their connection with the earth. So this prayer is called the 4 Directions Prayer. Great Spirit, it is I. Thank you for today's sunrise, for the breath and life within me, and for all your creations. Great Spirit, hear my prayer and honor my prayer. As the day begins with the rising sun, I ask Spirit Keeper of the East, Brother Eagle, be with me. Fly high as you carry my prayers to the Creator. May I have eyes as sharp as yours, so I'm able to see truth and hope on the path I have chosen. Guide my step and give me courage to walk the circle of my life with honesty and dignity. Spirit keeper of the South, Wolf, be with me. Help me to remember to love and feel compassion for all humankind. Help me to walk my path with joy and love for myself, for others, for the four-legged, the winged ones, the plants, and all creation upon Mother Earth. Show me it is right for me to make decisions with my heart, even if at times my heart becomes hurt. Help me to grow and nurture myself in all ways. Spirit keeper of the West, brown bear, be with me. Bring healing to the people I love and to myself. Bring into balance the physical, mental, and spiritual, so I am able to know my place on this earth, in life and in death. Heal my body, heal my mind, and bring light, joy, and awareness to my spirit. Spirit keeper of the North, white buffalo, be with me. As each day passes, help me to surrender with grace the things of my youth. Help me to listen to the quiet and find serenity and comfort in the silences as they become longer. Give me wisdom so I'm able to make wise choices in all things which are put in front of me. And when time for my change of worlds have come, let me go peacefully, without regrets, for the things I neglected to do as I walked along my path. Mother Earth, thank you for your beauty and for all you've given me. Remind me never to take from you more than I need, and remind me to always give back more than I take. Aho. Bring your awareness to breathing. And observe the breath as it flows in and out of your body. Just noticing, not making it do anything. Consider that you are being breathed by your body, and just let go. Now bring your awareness to where you make contact with the cushion or the chair. And imagine that there's a tiny silver cord that's attached to the very tip of your tailbone. And it's moving up through the center of your tailbone, up through your sacrum, the base of your spine, and up through the vertebrae of your spine, the very center, flowing upwards, creating spaciousness between each of the vertebrae as it moves upwards. You might feel a sense of elongation, lengthening, opening as this moves upwards. And as it gets to the point between your shoulder blades, Now imagine that each of your shoulders is moving out towards the horizon, creating more spaciousness across your chest, heart space. And then coming back to center, allowing this silver cord to continue up through the rest of your vertebrae, including your neck, up to the center of your head, up to the crown, top of your head, and continuing upwards through the ceiling, roof, and up, up, up to the very sky above, where it now opens up in all directions, as you do, to the infinite possibilities of life, of the universe, of the cosmos. More expansiveness. And now allowing universal love, divine love, to flow down through this same channel, pathway, down, down, down. Imagine that you are being filled with the shimmering essence and energy of universal love, flowing in, filling you up from the inside out, from the very cellular level, throughout every part of your body. Illuminating, radiating, more expansiveness in this being of love. Filling you from the top of your head to the tip of your toes, to your fingertips, all of you. Now placing your hands on your heart, for the women on their womb space below their navel, and for men this is your hara, energy center. Energy centers, loving heart, the sacred space of our womb, hara. And just notice that, what that feels like for you, if there's connection or not. Not making ourselves wrong, just feeling what you feel. Maybe it's nothing, and that's okay. It is as it is. And now this love that's filled our very being, is moving downwards, down, down, down to where we make contact with the floor. And just imagine that you're actually forming roots. For some, we say our she tree, he tree, as we're inclusive here. And we allow these roots to go downwards, down, down, down through the very floor, concrete. Nature's unstoppable, right? So these roots just keep going down, 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 meandering, deep, 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 through all the layers of the earth. And Earth Mother, who's the elemental being, the energy of the earth, that loves you so much, who gives you the very air, oxygen that you breathe, all the amazing nature that's around you, the planet that you live upon. She is your mother. And we allow our roots now to open and expand as we meet with this beautiful Earth Mother. She welcomes you unconditionally, encourages you to feel the support and stability of your roots deep within the earth, like an oak tree deeply planted, so it can withstand the winds of change, the winds of challenges, like you in your life, to sway, move with the winds, not to snap. Sometimes it may feel like that. Connecting down deep with Earth Mother can help us weather these storms differently. And she reminds you that divine love also lives within the earth. And she invites you to allow this to now seep up through your roots. Filling you with the divine grace of the earth, energies. And she reminds you also that she's always there. Anytime you feel a bit anxious or a little bit uncertain, or a lot uncertain, allow your roots down, wherever you're at, even if you're standing on concrete. Allow your roots down into the earth, perhaps imagining that they're wrapping around the crystals that are there. Maybe you have a favorite crystal and you can allow yourself to allow your roots to wrap around this crystal, absorbing the energies and the properties and the medicine of the crystals. It's all about love and support for you. Trusting the flow, now allowing this earth energy to move up this pathway of the roots and back up into your human form. Earth Mother farewells you until the next time, sending you with love. Back into your human self, allowing this energy to flood up from the tip of your toes all the way up your legs, into your hips, your womb space, your hara, swirling and whirling the sacred space of the body, space, the place of creation, be it the creation of ideas or the creation of babies, your secret garden that allows the little seedlings to grow of what will become part of your future. Listening, feeling, sensing what's there. Allowing your inner world to speak to you. Sometimes you have to be quiet to listen. Listen and silent have the same letters. Now, from this space of inward reflection, I'm going to ask you 5 questions. Allow the answers to come, whatever's there, even if the answer is I don't know, because we don't know, we don't need to know everything all the time. Be patient and loving with yourself. And I ask them close together so that we don't go into the story of this or that or why we think this. Just be with the now. And I use the third person because we are so much more than the I. So right now in this moment, this beautiful person that's sitting here, each of us individually, how is she or he feeling physically? Letting the answer to just come silently. And right now in this moment, how is she or he mentally? unsure, focused, distracted, whatever's there, allow it. And right now in this moment, how is she or he feeling emotionally? And right now in this moment, how is she or he spiritually? Connected, disconnected, unsure, something else? And for the rest of today, what is your intention? Now, taking a moment to thank yourself for the answers you've received. And to thank this body that's been with you since the very beginning, through all the pain and all the pleasure, and more to come. And if it feels right for you, wrap your arms around yourself. Give yourself a hug. This is your best friend till the moment you take your last breath, perhaps beyond. Letting your arms float down into your lap. Feeling your toes, wiggling them. Keeping your eyes closed, just allow yourself to make little movements. Just noticing what feels good to stretch. Taking some nice easy breaths. And when you're ready, opening your eyes. Perhaps you'd like to journal. Whatever's there, whatever you remember and don't remember is fine. Just being with the experience. Each of the meditations, each time I lead a guided one, they're always different. Trust the flow. Trust yourself. We can all use guidance. Someone I've been following for many years is Elizabeth Peru. So I'd like to share her daily. It's called the tip off. It only goes for a couple of minutes, and it's based in astrology. I find it very useful. I'm going to play one for you as an example.
Thursday, April 13. 7 days until eclipse number 1. With the moon halfway to new, it's now only 7 days until the new moon, total hybrid solar eclipse. This is a check-in point for the globe. You'll notice that from now until next Wednesday, Thursday, life starts to accelerate, even more than it has over the past 7 days. This means that you'll likely feel surges of energy, followed by bouts of tiredness. You may even feel that you're running out of time to complete all of the cleanup and life decluttering that you wish to act on before the eclipse arrives. It's okay. Go at your pace and diligently move on your changes now, rather than waiting until the eclipse brings in the shifts for you. Over the following day or so, make a list of what it is you wish to achieve between now and next week's total solar eclipse. Express yourself so that you can prioritize your actions and can relax in the knowing that you're on top of your plans. Check in with the Eclipse Guide on your tip-off access page for further insight into what activities you can be involved with that will make next week's eclipse all the smoother and progressive for you. The coming exact alignment of the Sun, Moon, and Earth last occurred in April 2005 and April 1987 prior to that. Similar opportunities are back at hand so that you can work the energy at a higher and more positive vibration this time around. In higher consciousness, you're naturally healing lifetimes of experiences. You're altering your energy template to a higher octave with your positive actions taken this week. Meditate today. Create some space to just be still and focus upon your heart space. Visualize the next 7 days and your life flowing smoothly. See yourself easily working with the dynamic pull of the Sun, Moon, and Earth to extract and transform any negativity to light.
So now if you were with me on Zoom, we each would take our turn to share how we're feeling right now in this moment. Anything from the meditation or the session that you want to share. And you can also always pass. There's no obligations. I love these sessions. I began doing them myself. I mean, I've been sitting in meditation for many, many, many years, off and on, as we do. But in January, I took on to really honor myself in this space by having a daily practice. And because I naturally like to share with people what's in my life, like the Farm for Wellbeing, which we are live from at this moment. And hopefully the internet's been okay and you'll be able to hear, what's been said here. What's more important is what you felt, what you sensed. So trust that. And so the daily practice. And, I'll be completely honest, I don't do it every day. I do it as best I can because I realized, a long time ago, probably a couple of years now, that my self-care is sometimes letting myself off the hook of what I have to do. I should be doing this, I should be doing that. Why don't I have time for this or yoga classes or da-da-da-da? And sometimes it's really useful to have that discipline and to do these things. It really depends on the individual. We know if we're just slacking off or, if we actually don't have the time and it's pressure. It feels more like pressure. Once we get there, it's great, but, what's the cost in getting there? So, this is your life. Do your life your way with respect and kindness for yourself and for others, of course. So, this is what a Thursday morning session can look like. So we would all share, take our turns, and then we bring it to a close by snuffing our candle and saying one word that describes how we're feeling in this moment. And if you haven't sat in circle with me, you'll know that we really encourage the practice of what's here right now. Our thoughts, our feelings, our words being here now. Perhaps not in the story of where we think we should be, or where we were, or what's going on, or because as Eckhart Tolle says, we can only be in the now. So I send you lots of love, and please be gentle with yourselves and your actions and your words, your self-talk. If anything that's not useful or kind comes into your mind, thank it for sharing. Ask it to please sit on the chair in the silent corner of the room, and just give yourself some space. Give yourself a hug whenever you need it, and ask for what you need in life, even if allowing the other to say no, because it's the asking that we remember we're not alone, and some people love to help us, and if they don't, they can say no, and then that reminds us that we can say no too. So these are just some little pearls of wisdom that I like to share, that have come through my many years of sitting in circle with women and working with people. And as I say in circle too, it's not because I know better. I don't know better. We just all know different, and we share what we share, eye to eye, heart to heart, womb to womb, hara to hara. So have a beautiful day. Maybe I'll see you next week. So my word to describe how I'm feeling in this moment: peaceful. From my heart to yours.